Education, training, research is not only to satisfy your own intellectual curiosity, but along with that, it has a larger obligation to satisfy the needs of the society, the needs of the country. Whatever you acquire in terms of expertise, knowledge, and education through studies and research needs to be translated for the betterment of the society, to make the individual's life comfortable and in turn contribute to the progress of the nation.
In the vast tapestry of India, millions strive to improve their lives. But basic needs like clean water and efficient cooking methods and productive agriculture methods often remain out of reach. Professor Anirudh B. Pandit, a visionary scientist, has dedicated his career to bridging this gap with his innovation, passion, and dedication to improve life of the masses. Professor Pandit believes true innovation lies in tackling problems faced by the masses. He emphasizes using scientific knowledge to develop solutions that are not just effective, but also affordable and sustainable.
Education, training, research is not only to satisfy your own intellectual curiosity, but along with that, it has a larger obligation to satisfy the needs of the society, the needs of the country. Whatever you acquire in terms of expertise, knowledge, and education through studies and research needs to be translated for the betterment of the society, to make the individual's life comfortable and in turn contribute to the progress of the nation.
Let us take you through the inspiring journey of visionary innovator, scientist, and guiding light for new young innovators. Professor A. B. Pandit. Dr. Pandit, a distinguished individual, was born in 1960 in the vibrant city of Mumbai, the bustling financial epicenter of India nestled in the state of Maharashtra. Growing up in Mumbai, he experienced a blend of urban dynamism and rural tranquility. During his childhood summer breaks in rural Maharashtra, Dr. Pandit was deeply moved by the hardships endured by the underprivileged villagers. These poignant experiences ignited a fire within him, compelling him to dedicate his life to addressing grassroots challenges and enhancing the quality of life for all. Dr. Pandit's academic excellence shone through as he earned his B.Tech in chemical engineering from IIT BHU and his PhD from ICT, Mumbai. His thirst for knowledge led him to the University of Cambridge, UK, where he worked from 1984 to 1990, collaborating with world leaders in his field and honing his skills in developing new techniques. In 1990, Dr. Pandit returned to India, driven by his goal of providing frugal innovations for rural problems. He joined ICT as a UGC research scientist and quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a professor in 1996. His pioneering work in hydrodynamic cavitation technology has led to groundbreaking solutions in various domains. Professor Pandit encourages his students to dedicate a portion of their research to solving grassroots problems. This philosophy has led to a wealth of impactful innovations. One such example is the India Mark III water disinfecting hand pump. Millions in rural India rely on hand pumps for water, but this water is often contaminated. Professor Pandit's team developed a simple, affordable device that uses cavitation technology to kill harmful microbes in the water pumped. This innovation requires minimal maintenance and electricity, making it ideal for rural areas.
I was in Cambridge. One of the students, who's currently a pro-vice chancellor of Cape Town University, was doing her PhD there, and my supervisor or my collaborator from Cambridge requested me to see what sort of opportunities exist to disrupt these cells. And there are various techniques which are used for the disruption of cells. Bead mills are there, French press is there, high pressure homogenizer, high speed homogenizer. When I analyzed all these equipments, I realized that the recurring theme which is responsible for the breakage and disruption of the microbes is cavitation. So to validate this, I thought let me create cavitating conditions without using any sophisticated equipment. So just use a pump and a valve, and I throttle the valve, and throttling of the valve follows a Bernoulli's principle, increasing the velocity, decreasing the pressure, and the cavitation gets created. And to my intense surprise and of course joyful about that I could disrupt the microbial cells using only 10% of the energy which was used otherwise to disrupt the cells. Now that was the biggest breakthrough, and it was only a physical transformation which we talked about, and that physical transformation resulted into 90% saving in the energy cost for the disruption, and that was the starting point for hydrodynamic cavitation, which was then explored after me coming back to India and working for a variety of applications. As I understood more and more about the phenomena of cavitation, I started working more and more on that. Fortunately, in year 2000, I was chairing a session in Sardinia in Italy, where the lecture which was given by a physicist from the Netherlands, Professor Detlef Losse, he was giving a talk and I was the chairman of that particular session. And there he presented a concept of snapping shrimp. He photographed the snapping shrimp and showed that the snapping shrimp actually uses hydrodynamic cavitation to disrupt the food item or to kill the food item so that it can eat in peace. That was the day on which the concept of hydrodynamic cavitation was accepted by the world, and that is how it took off. And then there's an exponential growth in that particular area.
Professor Pandit's commitment to societal impact extends beyond clean water. He has developed a range of solutions: innovative cooking stove that uses waste fly ash for insulation and burns biomass efficiently. These innovations not only save energy but also improve health and contribute to a cleaner environment. Professor Pandit believes that even seemingly small solutions like energy-efficient cooking can have a significant impact on a national scale when implemented widely.
India's energy consumption overall, whatever calculations which you do, if you consider that population of India needs to be fed 2 square meals a day, and the cooking of those meals, the amount of energy which is required to cook those meals, you will be shocked to realize that anywhere between 28% to 40% of the total energy bill of India goes only in cooking. So we started looking into our cooking practices and we realized that we are using chulas which are extremely inefficiently run. We are not even using 20% of the calorific value of the fuel. So the chula work essentially started in looking into how we can improve the thermal efficiency of the chula, and today I am very happy to tell you that we have a chula which works with 54% efficiency from 16-17%, 12% efficiency. That means 4 times reduction in the fuel requirement or 3 times reduction in the fuel requirement. And if you see an impact, even if 10% of the Indian population starts using these improved chulas, India can save approximately 4 lakh crores of rupees in terms of fuel requirement for the country. So that is the kind of a saving which you can expect. But chula is not the only part. Cooking also is equally important. So as a combination, chula as well as eco cooker. So we combined principles of cooking, 4 principles of cooking, which each saves about 30% of the fuel. So 0.7 into 0.7 into 0.7 into 0.7, the 4 principles, you reduce almost 65 to 70% of the fuel. So on one hand, you save 50% of the fuel using fuel saving chula and 70% of the fuel by using a eco cooker. A combination can revolutionize the concept, and we are now working with Petroleum Conservation Research Association, PCRA, as well as many government agencies to promote both these eco cooker,
for cooking part and Eco Chula for chula part.
Apart from this, Dr. Pandit has also worked on APSIP water disinfecting water bottles for students and armed forces. Community level water purification system using hybrid cavitation and membrane technology. Dr. Pandit is the pioneer in novel Hycator reactor systems based on his hydrodynamic cavitation technology for various wastewater treatment and physical, chemical and biological processes such as industrial effluent treatment and reuse, savage water treatment, increase in efficiency biogas plant production, selective extraction of natural and biological products, successfully developed technology for utilization of waste to value-added products. This technology is successfully implemented for more 40+ industries is a success story. Dr. Pandit also developed novel portable vehicle mounted Cavi flow system for enhancing milk stability at location and during transportation. This is alternative solution to refrigeration, and it increased the milk stability up to 3-fold.
Professor Pandit's journey of innovation continues. He and his team are constantly exploring new ways to address challenges faced by communities. From extending the shelf life of milk to increasing biogas production efficiency. Professor Pandit and his team also implemented technology for lake cleanup such as the Bindusagar Lake Cleanup, Odisha project, and Rankala Lake Cleanup, Maharashtra. Bindusar Lake Cleanup project launched on January 9, 2021 in the presence of Shri Navin Patnaik, CM of Odisha State, and Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas Dharmendra Pradhan. During his 45 years of long journey in this field, Professor Pandit has won many prestigious awards, which includes FEEDI Green Technology Honoree from the hands of Hon Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam on World Environment Day, 2011. Chemtech Leadership and Excellence Award, 2019. Outstanding Faculty Award, 2023 in Domain of Chemical Engineering Domain from Career 360. TWAS Membership, 2015 from the World Academy of Science for the Advancement of Science in Developing Countries. Member of National Academy of Engineering of United States of America. Eminent Engineers Award, 2021 from Engineering Council of India. ICCD-M. Trivedi Lifetime Achievement Award -2021 for contribution to Indian Chemical Society, education and research. And many more. Dr. Pandit has received great appreciation from mentors and colleagues through his commitment, passion, and dedication towards science and research.
It's my great pleasure to talk about Professor Pandit, whom I have known for last 20 odd years now. My first interaction with Professor Pandit was in his classroom when I was an undergraduate student here, and I was really fascinated by his skills of teaching. Once I completed my undergraduation, I had an option of going to industry or continuing for masters and PhD. Being a son of a professor, I thought it is more important to continue learning and then joining the profession of teacher and researcher. So I continued at ICT as a master's student, and again there was a selection point where I had to select my guide. And being associated with Professor Pandit right from the undergraduate days, I simply selected Professor Pandit as my guide and mentor. Once in the lab, I always admired his way of guiding the students. He always gave responsibility to the student and freedom as well. And the students has to make use of that particular freedom and the associated responsibility, and then the success is definitely going to be there.
I know Professor Aniruddha Pandit for about 45 years. At the first instance, he joined with me as a first research student, and some exceptional characteristic features I want to tell. There is a usual procedure of giving seminar topic to incoming students, and he was given on mechanically agitated gas liquid reactors. And he did that job so well that his seminar paper got published as a review paper in the topmost journal of chemical engineering, that is Chemical Engineering Science. Later on, while doing research, he became a faculty member. So, as a teacher, he has been elected 16 times. As a researcher in the world, he is in top 10. And as an industrial consultant, in many cases, he has improved the capacities and selectivities and purities and safety of many plants. It will, the benefit coming out of his advice will come in thousands and thousands of crores. So, if you talk about the three important facets of a person as a teacher, he has been truly exceptional in all these qualities.
I have known Anirudh Pandit for more than 40 years. I consider him a very outstanding chemical engineer, but quite apart from them, I consider him as a very good human being. We did have some collaboration. We wrote one review paper on mixing, which is a highly quoted paper, and I have had contacts with him uninterrupted, and I was so impressed with his abilities on all fronts. On the whole, I consider him a very outstanding personality, and it's good luck of ICT that he is the Vice Chancellor. I wish him every success in his life. I wish him good health.
Professor Anirudh B. Pandit is a shining example of how scientific advancement can be a powerful tool for social progress. As he continues his work, millions in India and beyond stand to benefit from his dedication to innovation for the masses.